I hope you can hear me. You can hear me lifting. Yep, yep. To go as heavy as possible on all these movements, right? Is that better?
I'd say so.
Hey yo, what you doing with that big ass mic in there? Set it!
He was like, I'm gonna come to your house and drop it off. And I was like, if you're at the gym and I'm gonna go there later, it doesn't really make sense for you to drive to my house. So.
New flavors. The other one's like watermelon, something like that.
Oh yeah. I hop the wall, go into the forbidden land and get kicked out.
That'd be nice and quick.
Oh, it's super good. It's like candy.
You never gave me that one.
Want to try?
No, you're chilling.
I'm
fresh off my cracked one, the 7th here.
I know, but I don't want you dipping halfway through this workout. We have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we're chilling.
All right.
I always have a tough to grab from if I need it.
Well, right here.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this workout in. I don't typically condone doing raises like that, especially if you're doing it strictly for shoulders. I'd rather do a regular lateral raise. But for the premise of warming up, I'm trying to get range of motion here, so I'm just trying to open up the shoulder girdle, hence why I'm using 10s. I'm not going very heavy, nor am I focusing on eccentrics and stuff like that. I'm more so just trying to work the range of motion. So, little warm-up tip here, use your butterfly lateral raises, work the whole shoulder girdle. So before I start doing any type of pressing movements, I get elbow pain. I don't know about you, my elbows get really creaky. What really helps me is get blood flow in the elbow. What I like to do is a simple push down, something super light. I don't like to have my elbow extended away from my torso, because that exposes way too much of the long head of the tricep before it's ready and warm and ready to get working. So I like to do a simple push down, something very, very gentle on the elbow that allows you to get the blood that you want in the elbow. So this is my pre-pressing movement that I always use. And then when I finish off my warm-up, it's gonna be some type of chest fly or something not directly using the elbow. But this is something I do every single time. I suggest if you have elbow issues, you start with a press down. Alright, so my last warm-up movement is going to be a pec deck. What I'm mainly focusing on is I want to have a fully straight spine and I want to create pelvic tilt to the point where I'm not arching, right? So I'm almost rounding my back a little bit and pushing into it and then just trying to flare my lats. And then every time I extend, I'm trying to get as long in the arm as possible, right? I want my biceps to almost touch and I'm leading with the elbow. So I'm trying to recruit as much chest fiber as I can as I get through these warm-up movements to the point where I'm potentiating the strength to go and do the presses and utilize my chest. That's why I leave it for the end to make sure that I'm recruiting chest instead of recruiting tricep or shoulder every time I press. Main objective here is to hit a heavy flat press. I don't like the flat bench press. I've never been good at it. I've never been able to recruit my chest properly. I end up making it a shoulder impinging workout. It's just super painful, not worth it. I'm going with the Smith press here. I'm able to tuck my elbows a little bit better, decompress my shoulders, tuck my lats, and actually recruit my chest when I'm doing this, which that's the point of trying to actually do a movement properly, is if you can feel the prime mover. So prime mover being the chest here, I'm hitting this really well. The idea here and the scheme here is to hit 2 really hard sets at a given weight and try to maintain that strength. So 6 to 8 here, try to shoot for 8 on the first set and then try not to drop too many reps, stay within 6. So we're gonna keep warming up. When I do these warm-up sets, I call them feeders. I really only hit 4 to 6 reps. I'm not trying to spill all my energy on my warm-up sets. I'm just trying to, again, potentiate the muscle and get up to my working weight. try to do this. All right, so we're warming up here. We got an incline press. We're gonna do a plate loaded, but we're also gonna band it, right? So I got this red band here. Nothing crazy, we're just strapping it around. We're adding a little bit of extra banded tension. Now what this is gonna do with a movement like this is add constant tension so that while I'm coming down, it's also pulling me down. But as I extend, the band tension gets a lot stronger, so it's a lot harder to lock out. So the end portion of the movement is gonna be a little bit more difficult. We're gonna go a bit heavier. Today is mainly a compound movement day, meaning that we are trying to go as heavy as possible on all these movements, right? Still maintaining control, but it's not a lot of volume. So we're gonna go for a top set of 6 to 8 reps here, and then we are going to do what I would call a rest pause. So basically I'm gonna take like 30 seconds, and I'm gonna come back and hit the same weight. And I'm gonna keep doing that until I cannot do it anymore for probably 2 or less reps. So once I can't do 2 reps, I'm gonna stop, and that's gonna be the end of the movement. But we're just gonna try and work up 4 to 6 reps on feeders, and then work up to a 6 to 8, and then take a 30-second break and hit it as many times as I can until I can't. Is that better?
I'd say so.
The last one was a grinder. So we got 30 seconds, 30-second break. Just trying to take deep breaths, calm down, get a little extra recovery, and go again.
I don't know, what are you gonna do?
Make sure I'm using.
I'm gonna warm up. I'm gonna do the 70s, the 80s.
You should see how close this is to your face.
You.
Right now.
How I smell. I'm gonna leave it there, because I think I spilled all my energy for this exercise on that. I'm not gonna go to 95. Next week I'll go to 95. I'll be very comfortable with hitting that weight. Just progressively hit a weight a couple times, a couple weeks in a row until you get super comfortable, and then progress. Don't rush it.
So there's more of.
You can hear me lifting.
Oh
I do make a lot of like lifting noises, so it's like kind of appropriate.
my god. I do too.
Yep. Now, my favorite is when like one of the big dudes like picks up a weight and it goes, ready? Okay. Yep. That's so funny. All right. I hope you can hear me. 4 sets of 8. We went for the weight that we could hit for 6 to 8 reps, as heavy as possible. And then we got a lot of rest in between, and we just tried to keep that tempo and keep that weight and continue to hit 6 to 8 reps. So we did that for 4 sets, accumulating volume with a heavier weight. So not every set needs to be a 15 to 20 to get a lot of volume, a lot of hypertrophy. Sometimes you can go a little bit heavier, get a little bit more strength base, and accumulate the reps. So I kept those super slow as much as I could. And one thing I really try to emphasize is keeping my back on the pad, right? So see here, that's a flat surface, right? That's gonna create a stable posture rather than an arch posture. I wanna keep it on the shoulder, right? So rather than arching and turning this into a very high incline press, I'm keeping this as a shoulder press and trying to keep the range of motion super long as much as I can to get the most out of it. This is a good opportunity for a skin update. I mean, when I train, basically the bruises come through a lot. It's annoying. It looks a lot darker, especially when I train, because all the blood just goes to the skin. So it's something I'm dealing with. It's annoying, but this one's a mean one right here. This guy, they put a cortisone shot in there to like make it come down. It was bigger, I swear. This is what it is, day by day, get a little bit better. Move on to triceps. We're gonna start off with a skull crusher. We're gonna do it off the floor. We're gonna use an easy curl bar just because it's a little easier on the wrists, but we're mainly focusing on being soft off the floor, controlling the weight on the eccentric, and extending beyond the head, not over the head. We don't wanna stack the joints. We wanna keep the tension on the long head of the tricep. At this point, we're looking to really overload the tricep with a little bit of a heavier weight, right? Yeah, we're gonna do a few sets here. We're really just focused on squeezing and getting a solid and controlled stretch. All right, so last movement here, we're gonna do an overhead tricep extension, one arm at a time. Now, super important to use unilateral work to make sure that both triceps are even, right? So if my left arm, for instance, is a lot bigger, I need to start every movement with my right arm, that is unilateral, and I need to also have unilateral movements in the workout to make sure that it can work by itself and not be compensated for by the other arm. So we're gonna do an overhead tricep extension, 3x8, going relatively heavy for this movement and trying to overload the muscle. And we're gonna use the right arm first because it is my lagging arm. 3x8 here, little rest, just kind of going back and forth. We're pumping at this point. It's the end of the workout, so we're just trying to get good quality reps in a small amount of time.
What arm you right with?
My right.
That's your weak arm?
You wanna know why it's my weak arm? So, during football, I would hit with my right shoulder. And every time I would hit with my right shoulder during drills, my shit would go numb. So like mid-game, my whole arm would go numb.
Is that fucking nerve damage?
I got some nerve damage. So we're trying to reconnect some of like the connective nerves, tissue, I don't know, to my arm. That's why my whole right side, my shoulder, my tricep, it all kind of lags.
That's crazy.
Kind of overcome some nerve damage. Play football though, it's a lot of fun. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. That was a full chest, shoulder, tricep workout. Mainly my workouts right now are legs, pull, push, rest day, pull, push again. So I'm trying to bring up my upper body. As you can tell, I'm focusing a lot on it. I will go through my other push workout in a couple weeks, but if there's anything you guys want me to review, maybe do a leg workout or show you guys a specific movement, please drop it down in the comments. I appreciate you guys. I am posting daily on TikTok and on Instagram, so I'll put all of those handles right here. I got another video coming out in a few days, so stay tuned, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.